Welcome to the Discomfort Zone, a podcast where students from the Sexuality, Marriage, and Family Studies program offered at St. Jerome's University at University of Waterloo put sexuality, marriage, and family studies into action. Here, we intend to open dialogue around topics ranging from sex, relationships, gender, anti-oppressive practices, and more. We hope this platform can challenge you to step out of your comfort zone and open your eyes to a new perspective. Grab your pillows and snacks, and let's break down barriers.
This is Jenny. Jenny wakes up in her nice, warm bed. Jenny picks something to eat for breakfast from her well-stocked fridge. Jenny leaves her house in order to attend school. As a police officer drives by her, Jenny does not feel that she is unsafe. All of Jenny's teachers reflect her identities. This gives her a sense that she is accepted, belongs in her school, and deserves to be there. Jenny goes to history class, where the history of her ancestors is spoken about positively and at length. In the hallway on her way to class, Jenny is scolded by an older male teacher about breaking the dress code. His comments make her uncomfortable. Jenny feels better when telling her girlfriend Hasina about the incident. Hasina is an Indian Canadian that immigrated here when she was 3. She is also a practicing Hindu person. Hasina does not feel that her identities and histories are being reflected to her at school. When Jenny and Hasina hold hands as they walk to class together, they get many weird looks from their classmates. Jenny and Hasina eat lunch together. Jenny gives Hasina some of her fries, as Hasina forgot her lunch at home and cannot afford to buy anything from the cafeteria. Hasina and Jenny talk about their upcoming sleepover, but Jenny is worried that they might have sex for the first time, and is unsure how to talk to Hasina about preventing STIs, as their sex ed curriculum is based on penis and vagina intercourse, and both Jenny and Hasina have vaginas. Jenny has to go to the bathroom before her next class, and is easily able to locate one that reflects her gender and she feels safe going into. During math class, Jenny asked her teacher for help, knowing that he will support her. As Jenny is a Christian, she doesn't need to ask for extensions at school in order to celebrate important cultural celebrations. Hasina, however, has to miss school in order to celebrate Diwali. After school, Jenny goes straight home, sad that she is not able to play hockey at her new school. The school only has a men's hockey team. Though she is able to play hockey outside of school, this brings challenges on its own, as Jenny is assumed to be one of the guys, because she is on a sports team and is more muscular and masculine than her peers. Jenny is able to get started quickly on her homework after school, because she does not need to have a part-time job in order to support her family. If Jenny needs help with her homework, she can just ask her parents, as her homework is in the language that her parents speak. Hasina's parents have trouble reading English, so Jenny helps Hasina with her homework over the phone. Jenny has to be very careful when talking to Hasina at home, as Jenny is not out to her parents due to fears that they would not support her. Jenny then eats dinner with all her family members around her, as none of them live in another country. It is sometimes hard, as her family doesn't really listen to her due to her young age. However, she does not have to worry about any of her family members' physical or mental health, as all of them are well. Jenny ends the day by going back to sleep in her warm bed.
So what is intersectionality? Jenny's life highlights the many intersecting identities that she holds. Some of these identities give her privileges, while other identities may negatively impact Jenny's emotional, social, or institutional well-being. Intersectionality highlights the need for consideration of power, privilege, and oppression when we look at a person's multiple unique social identities. These identities can include things like gender, race, class, ability, sexuality, and religion, but can also include other identities as well. Jenny faces hardships due to sexism, which is the prejudice or stereotyping typically against women on the basis of sex, and heterosexism, which is the discrimination or prejudice against gay people on the assumption that heterosexuality is the normal sexual orientation. As a woman, her body is more heavily policed by school dress codes, and as a more masculine woman in comparison to her peers, she is seen as one of the guys, but is still excluded from the male hockey team. Jenny's sexual identity impacts her greatly, as she is aware of judgment from her peers at school and her family's possible disapproval. The lack of acceptance for her sexuality is further displayed in the school's sex education curriculum that does not provide Jenny or her girlfriend with information about STI prevention for same-sex relationships. Hasina, Jenny's girlfriend, is an Indian Canadian that immigrated here when she was 3. Hasina shares some social occasions with Jenny, but is also impacted by racial and religious discrimination. At school, the teachers do not represent Hasina's ethnic or religious group. Her parents are unable to help her with her homework because it is all in English, and she must ask for accommodations for Diwali, while other religious classmates never have to ask for Christmas accommodations. After school, Hasina takes the bus home because her parents are working. She rushes into the door to make something eat because today she forgot her lunch and did not have money to buy something from the cafeteria, but luckily Jenny shared some of her fries, so she was relieved to finally feel satisfied at home. It is important to recognize that the combination of identities cannot be viewed in isolation, as oppression is compounded for those who hold multiple disadvantaged identities. In order to understand the complexities of the oppression and prejudices that each unique person may face, it is necessary to acknowledge how numerous identities come into contact with each other.